Claire E. Parsons. I'm the author of How to Be a Badass Lawyer, and I just want to take a minute to tell you who I am. So I'm a lawyer at a mid-sized firm in Cincinnati. I live right across the river in Kentucky, and I have been doing employment law, school law, litigation, and local government work for about 14 years. I came to mindfulness early in my law practice because I suffered with depression, anxiety, and a whole lot of overthinking that happened after the birth of my first daughter, who is now 10. And I started meditating shortly thereafter, and it really changed my life, helped me address overthinking, helped me develop emotional intelligence, and it just changed everything. So I started speaking and writing about it. I obtained training to become a certified meditation, yoga, and compassion teacher, and I founded the Brilliant Legal Mind blog. So it's been a long time goal for me to write this book. So I'm thrilled to have this as my first one, to share resources to help you maybe start a practice of your own. So stay tuned for some more information about the book. So one of the big questions I get about the book is, what is a badass lawyer and why did you choose that for your title? So I want to clear something up. I don't mean badass lawyer to mean a Rambo litigator or somebody who doesn't really follow the rules. I actually mean the opposite. I chose the word badass lawyer because honestly, mindfulness and compassion have made me feel like a badass. They've made me feel like I can do things my own way. I can do the right thing even when it's hard. And I feel really powerful as a result of it. And so I chose that word because that's how it has made me feel, but also I wanted to get your attention. I think mindfulness and compassion have gotten the reputation or been presented in a way that suggests that it's about being calm and nice. But I think it's a lot more than that. When you can be calm and nice in difficult situations, it actually is really powerful and can have a huge impact on your life. So I use the word badass lawyer in the title to get your attention and draw you in, that we're going to talk about stuff you may know, but in a new way. And so I hope it piques your curiosity and you want to check it out further. And stay tuned for some more information about the book and some other questions that you might have. Next, you may be wondering about compassion and what that term means. My guess is that you've heard about mindfulness and the power that that can have for your law practice or your life. You've probably heard a lot of studies and research talking about the power of mindfulness. Often what you may not hear about is compassion, even though those two things historically have always been taught together. So compassion is the ability to be present with suffering, but remain willing to help. And honestly, that's what lawyers do all of the time. We are present for our clients' problems and we offer what we can to help put them in as good a position as possible. Mindfulness and compassion work together, but I think over the years, compassion has not been emphasized quite enough. And so in this book, I talk to you and explain what compassion, the ability to be present with suffering, and willing to help, can offer your law practice and life. And in part, what compassion is also a recognition that compassion does not only flow externally. It is something that can include you as well as others, but also when we have a compassion response, it actually benefits us first and foremost before anyone else, because our body actually rewards us when we have such an experience. So in the book, I talk about not just mindfulness, not just awareness, but also cultivating compassion to have that serve you so you can serve others better. So you may be wondering next, what makes this book stand out? There are other books on mindfulness out there. There are other books on mindfulness for lawyers out there. I think one of the things that makes this book stand out is that it's written by a lawyer who is still practicing. So I have used mindfulness actually in my law practice over the last 10 years. So in addition to sharing practices with you that have been researched in a clinical setting, I can also share stories with you that say how these things can be used and give you an idea how you can bring that into your own life. Another thing that's different about this book is that it's not about just exploring a bunch of different practices that are out there. Instead, what this book is a 4-week guide to really learning how to bring mindfulness and compassion into your life. So it's structured in such a way to build skills over time that lead to not necessarily a specific result, but to certain kinds of skills. I think the other thing that is really different about this book is that it's short, it's simple, it avoids metaphysics and a lot of lingo, except where necessary and the terms are defined. So it's really built for practicing attorneys or working people who don't have a lot of time, but are interested in building skills gradually to improve their life. One of the other questions I get all the time is this book just for lawyers? And my answer is no, it's not. So I wrote this book with lawyers in mind. I put lawyers in the title because a lot of the experiences that I use to form the thought process and to provide stories to illustrate the concepts in the book are from the life of a lawyer. So yeah, it is probably most specific to lawyers, but also I think it could benefit a lot of other people. Professionals that work with lawyers, like paralegals or other professionals, certainly could benefit from understanding a little bit about what our jobs are. But the practices and the ideas are probably applicable to almost any other profession. And also, a lot of my stories are also from the concept of a working mom. So working parents and people who are caregivers can probably benefit a lot as well. So no, the book is not just for lawyers, even though that's kind of the direction and the focus. So please check it out.